Hi everyone, my name is Abhiraj Garakapati. Welcome to my YouTube channel Amazing Apai. This extension begins after the final war, when Sung Jinwoo has already used the cup of reincarnation and rewritten the world. To everyone else, the nightmare of gates, hunters, raids, monarchs, and destruction has disappeared like it never happened. But Jinwoo remembers everything. He remembers every battle, every loss, every friend, and every enemy. That is what makes this arc emotional. It is not about becoming stronger anymore. It is about what happens after the strongest person in the universe finally wins. The world is peaceful now, but Jinwoo carries the memories of a destroyed timeline alone. Season 4 extension is the quiet reward after the storm, and also the bridge into the next generation. The world has returned to normal. People go to school, families live without fear, and the word hunter no longer controls society. But for Jinwoo, this peaceful world feels strange. He walks through ordinary streets while remembering battlefields that no one else knows existed. The people he once fought beside now live simple lives, unaware of the sacrifices that save them. This creates a beautiful loneliness around him. He has won, but he cannot fully celebrate with anyone because only he knows the cost. The audience should feel that contrast. Sunlight outside, silence inside. Jinwoo is not weak anymore. But emotionally, this is one of his heaviest moments. Jinwoo gets the impossible chance to live the life that was stolen from him. Instead of constant raids and life-or-death battles, he returns to school and tries to act like a normal student. But normal is not easy for someone who has fought gods and commanded an army of shadows. Every small interaction carries hidden weight. To his classmates, he may look calm and confident, but to the audience, he feels like a king hiding in plain sight. This part of the story is lighter, but it still has power because it shows Jinwoo choosing peace. He is not forced to fight now. He is choosing to live. Even though the world has forgotten the war, Jinwoo is not truly alone. His shadow soldiers remain with him, silent and loyal as ever. Igris, Baru, Belian, Tusk, and the others are no longer just weapons in battle. In these side stories, they become witnesses to Jinwoo's new life. Their loyalty gives the arc warmth and humor, but also emotion. They followed him through Apocalypse, and now they watch him live peacefully. This gives the audience a new way to see the Shadow Army. They are not only soldiers, they are family, protectors, and reminders of everything Jinwoo survived. One of the most beautiful parts of the extension is Jinwoo meeting Chaehyun again in the Reset world. She does not remember the old timeline the way Jinwoo does, but something still pulls them toward each other. Their connection feels natural, quiet, and meaningful. This is not a rushed romance. It is a second chance. Jinwoo, who has spent so long carrying the weight of the world, slowly allows himself to care, smile, and build a future. For the audience, this gives emotional closure. The love story that began in a world of monsters now gets to grow in a world of peace. Before we move ahead, please take a second to like on this video. A like tells me that you enjoyed this topic. Your support helps Amazing Apai grow naturally. As Jinwoo and Hyun grow closer, the story shifts from action to healing. Jinwoo is no longer chasing levels, dungeons, or enemies. He is learning what it means to have a normal future. That simple idea becomes powerful because we know how much he sacrificed to reach it. Hyun becomes part of the life he fought to protect. The side stories show that peace is not boring. Peace is the prize. Their relationship reminds the audience that the strongest hero does not need endless battles to feel complete. Sometimes the most satisfying ending is seeing him finally walk beside someone, not ahead of everyone alone. The shadows get some of the most charming and emotional moments in this extension. Baru's loyalty becomes almost comedic, especially when he reacts dramatically to Jinwoo's personal life. Igris remains dignified and protective, while the rest of the army continues to treat Jinwoo as their absolute king. But underneath the humor is something touching. These beings were born from war, yet they now protect peace. They guard Jinwoo's home, his loved ones, and eventually his child. The audience should feel that the Shadow Army has evolved from a terrifying force into a strange, but loyal family surrounding Jinwoo's quiet happiness. The birth of Sung Suho changes the emotional meaning of the entire story. Jinwoo is no longer only the Shadow Monarch, the strongest hunter, or the hero who saved the world. He is now a father. For the first time, his strength is not measured by how many enemies he can defeat, but by how well he can protect a peaceful childhood. Suho's birth feels warm and hopeful, but also important because the audience knows this child carries a tremendous legacy. He is born into a peaceful world, yet shadow power flows in his blood. This is where solo leveling quietly begins, preparing us for Ragnarok. As Suho grows, it becomes clear that he is not an ordinary child. His inherited power begins appearing naturally, and even simple childhood moments can become dangerous. Toys move, shadows react, and the presence of the Shadow Monarch's bloodline becomes impossible to ignore. For Jinwoo, this is frightening in a different way. He has faced monarchs, dragons, and cosmic armies, but protecting a child from his own overwhelming power is more personal. The audience should feel Jinwoo's conflict. He is proud, worried, and protective at the same time. Suho's power is amazing, but it also threatens the normal life Jinwoo wanted for. Before we move ahead, please take a second to share on this video. Sharing helps this video reach friends who may also enjoy anime, gaming, travel, cricket, chess, career basics, or personal stories. Your support helps Amazing Appy grow naturally. Jinwoo makes one of his most human decisions as a father. He chooses to seal Suho's memories and suppress his powers so the boy can grow up normally. This is not because Jinwoo fears strength. He understands strength better than anyone. He does it because no child should be forced to carry a war before they even understand the world. This moment is emotional because Jinwoo is using godlike power for something gentle, giving his son childhood. The audience should feel that this is not a battle scene, but it is still a victory. Jinwoo protects Suho not by raising him as a weapon, but by letting him be a child. By the final side story chapters, the tone becomes both peaceful and mysterious. Jinwoo's family has a future. Hien and Suho represent everything he fought to protect, but the story also reminds us that Jinwoo's role as Shadow Monarch is not finished. Beyond Earth, greater cosmic threats still exist. This is why the extension is so important. It gives emotional closure to the original story, but also plants the seed for solo leveling. Ragnarok. Suho may be protected for now, but his destiny has only been delayed. The final feeling should be satisfying, warm, and exciting. Jinwoo's era has ended beautifully, but the next generation is waiting. Season 4 extension is not just extra content. It completes the emotional journey of solo leveling. The main story shows Jinwoo becoming the strongest being alive, but the side stories show why that strength mattered. He wanted a world where his family could live without fear. He wanted a future where people could laugh, study, fall in love, and raise children without gates tearing the sky apart. These chapters let the audience breathe after the final war. They also prepare us for Ragnarok by introducing Sung Suho's hidden legacy. So this extension is both an ending and a beginning, the peaceful goodbye to Sung Jinwoo's story and the first shadow of Sung Suho's. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to Amazing Appy. Subscribing makes sure you do not miss the next video, and it gives me motivation to keep improving the quality of every upload. Thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next one.